This is our first ever Taylor Trash in its new form, one of our most popular segments for over 15 years on iHeartRadio and the old radio show, and we bring it to you, the YouTube viewer of Mike Taylor Live, an extended Taylor Trash new segment which will drop every weekday at noon, beginning with today. Thank you for tuning in. It's brought to you by Live Oak Vodka, the official vodka of Thunderdome. All this dog talk this week. I've talked a lot about our dog getting attacked by my neighbor's dog, and it's an ongoing process trying to figure out what's going to happen next. I'm not trying to get anybody put in jail, but I'm not trying to get anybody, punished, and I'm not even sure what that looks like anymore. And I'm not trying to get anybody beaten up or thrown in jail, which isn't going to happen. And I don't want people to lose their dog. But there's got to be some accountability. If your dog is loose without a leash, you're responsible. If your dog gets out of your yard and he's running all over the neighborhood and you're able to go track him down and you bring him back to your house and no one gets hurt, that's cool. But it's kind of like in the NHL. The NHL, the way they hand out punishments every year or in games. Like if you run a guy against the board and you get called for roughing, but the dude's okay, maybe you get a 5-minute penalty or whatever. You just go to the penalty box. But the way hockey does, it's kind of cool. It's very archaic. They go by the old, if there's no blood, no foul rule. If you run a guy against the boards in hockey and he busts his jaw open or teeth go flying across the ice or you break his pecker, whatever you do, you're going to get suspended. But if you run a guy against the boards and he's okay, you're just going to get a little timeout. I think that's kind of how I think it should go with dogs. Now, you should get a warning from the city if your dog gets caught running around. You should probably be, okay, look, can't be multiple times where your dog is running around loose. We're talking fines and stuff, maybe even threats of quarantining your dog, reporting you to whoever. But the first time, it's fine. But if the first time that your dog gets out, or you irresponsibly allow your dog to go out without a leash, and you make that decision to do so, and it hurts an animal, whether it's the first time or not, your ass ought to get in trouble. For years in this country, in this state, there were no dog laws. It was just kind of, Wild West on dogos. If a dog got out, mauled somebody's kid, that sucks, but it happens. That's not the attitude anymore. Now we demand ownership responsibility. And what happened the other day to our dog, we want some repercussions. Damn sure want to get paid back for the $1,200 that we spent to get our dog fixed up and sutured up and surgeried. And I'd like to get some of that money back for my girlfriend, recoup at least some of it. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's life, not trying to get anybody arrested, but we sure deserve some sort of compensation for having to pay that kind of money for a senseless, ridiculous decision by my neighbor to allow his dogs out with no leash. And happens all the time. I think most of us have encountered a dog. I did when I was a kid. We were living in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. One of the many places that Grandma Becky had me living in when I was a kid. And I was going to, I believe it was called Fannin Elementary in Oklahoma City. And I had to walk home every day. And I had to walk by this yard that had this mean-ass Dalmatian. Dalmatians are mean. And I never knew that till I encountered this kid, this dog. You think of Dalmatians, you always see them sitting on top of a fire truck. But Dalmatians can be aggressive. And they're beautiful, they're cool looking. I'm not saying I don't want them all put down. I'm just saying that Dalmatians can be as aggressive as any other breed of dog. And I had to walk by this yard every day to get to my house from school, and that thing would just run to the fence and just go crazy. And I always thought, please don't jump over that fence, because he'd just be jumping and jumping and jumping, trying to get over that fence. One day, I'm walking past him, and there's that damn Mike Taylor. And so the Dalmatian goes running over that fence. I don't know if he had some Wheaties that morning, an extra shot of adrenaline. That Dalmatian clears the fence. Holy shit. And it's in the wintertime, right? And so I got this big coat on. And I got a backpack full of stuff. And I'm 6 and scared to death. And that dog clears the fence and goes after me. And I start running balls from my house. I could feel the dogs. I mean, as I was 6, so I could almost I had pants on, but I could almost I can sense the dog's presence directly behind me, you know? He's like the teeth are within striking distance. And I felt he was just, I literally almost could feel him on my ass. The dog's lips. And thank God, as I'm running and screaming bloody murder, my mother happened to hear me and comes outside, sees the dog, and she runs out there and screams at that damn thing. And thank God he makes the decision to stop and turn around and go back to his house. And I think now that I tell this story for the first time in years, as I recall, his people realized, oh shit, the dog got out. And they came out and they were yelling at him, get your ass back here, blah, blah, blah. So it was a close call. Had he been able to get to me, he would have bitten me right on the ass cheek, or worse. And I pissed myself, literally. So by the time I get to my porch, and my mom is so my mom's trying to assess me. I'm crying, and I pissed down my leg. Literally peed my pants running from this damn dog. Take care of your dogs. I love dogs. The other day, when those 2 dogs attacked my dog, I had to kick both of them over and over because the asshole neighbor was too scared to get in the middle of it, so I was on my own fighting these dogs. And I was scared to death they were going to kill my dog. And so it was fight or flight. And I love animals, and I hated that I had to do that. And I just kicked the shit out of both of these dogs until they ran off. And I was kicking them in the stomach, in the ribs, kicked one in the face, kicked one on the side of the leg. You know, and they've got skinny legs, so... And it hurt him, and he whimpered and ran off, and it sucked. And it's not their fault, and it's not mine. It's the idiot neighbors. So I feel like Bob Barker, spay and neuter your pets, and also keep them in the fucking yard. That's it. That's Taylor Trash, brought to you by Live Oak Vodka, the official vodka of Thunderdome, based in Beeville, Texas. It is Live Oak Vodka, the official vodka. I drink vodka on occasion, and when I do, I don't always drink vodka, but when I do, it's Live Oak Vodka, and it's good. I don't need to mix it in cranberry or orange or pineapple. I like it straight up with some club soda, just a little spritz of lime, a little bit of lime in there. That's how I drink mine. It is Live Oak Vodka. I got a bottle sitting on my cabinet right now that I'll probably go home and break open today. It is the official vodka of Thunderdome, Live Oak Vodka. That's it. It's Taylor Trash. We're going to do these every day at noon during the week. And today it's brought to you by Live Oak Vodka. If you have some ideas on some old stories for Taylor Trash that maybe you want rehashed or retold, or some new stuff that comes up you want to hear about, I'm not afraid to take requests on this segment. You boys hit me up. Thanks, everybody. Love you hard. You can subscribe to our YouTube page, subscribe to our show, become a member. It's only $6 a month, and you'll get these sent to you every day when they drop at noon during the week. It's Taylor Trash. I'm Mike Taylor. Thank you to DJ LG. Love you hard. See you tomorrow.